Hi guys, in this video we are going to continue our discussion on the Kurukshetra magazine of the month of December 2018, and we have already seen how this one is based on the theme of science and technology. So we have already started our discussion and we are going to continue it and cover some other important topics with regard to science and technology. Also at the end of this video we are going to discuss some of the important MCQs based on this magazine. So let's start our discussion with technology interventions in sanitation. Now, every year, about 55 million tons of municipal solid waste and 38 billion liters of sewage they are generated in the urban areas of India. So this sanitation, it comprises lots of wastage as of now, and according to the estimates of Ministry of New and Renewable Energy, there is a tremendous potential. There is a tremendous potential of about 1700 megawatts from urban waste, 1500 from municipal solid waste and 225 from sewage, and about 1300 megawatts from the industrial waste. So there is huge potential that we can convert this waste into energy and use it in a more productive manner. So waste to energy is basically a term which means energy from waste, and this is the process of generating energy in the form of electricity or heat from the primary treatment of the waste material. And the incineration or combustion of organic material with energy recovery is the most common method of waste to energy. So incineration, it aims at converting municipal solid waste, and it is a relatively old method which entails burning the waste to boil water, which powers steam generators that generate electric energy and heat to be used when required. So this is about incineration, which is one of the very old method of waste to energy production. So for the purpose of waste to energy generation, we have different sorts of technologies. And within the thermal technologies, we have gasification, in which we produce combustible gas. We have thermal depolymerization, in which we produce synthetic crude oil. We have pyrolysis, in which we produce combustible tar or bio oil or chars. We have plasma arc gasification or plasma gasification process, in which we produce syngas, including hydrogen and carbon monoxide, which can be used for fuel cells or for generating electricity and other products. Now, if we talk about the non-thermal technologies, then they include anaerobic digestion, in which we produce biogas, which is rich in methane. There is fermentation production, in which we take biomass and create ethanol using waste cellulosic or organic material, for example, ethanol, lactic acid, or hydrogen. We have esterification, and the result of this particular process of esterification is biodiesel. Now, cost effectiveness of esterification will depend on the feedstock being used and other relevant factors like transportation distance, amount of oil present in feedstock, etc. So these are basically the non-thermal technologies. If we talk about the different technologies for managing plastic waste, so first is re-extrusion. So this particular category of management system involves introduction of clean scrap of single type of plastic that can be re-entered into the manufacturing process to produce similar materials. So our waste should be such that which can be reused for our manufacturing process. Next is mechanical recycling. Now this category includes a variety of mechanical processes performed on plastic waste before it is introduced in the manufacturing process. Next is energy recovery. Now the various methods under this category, they burn plastic to produce energy in the form of heat, steam and electricity. Next is chemical and thermal recycling. Now chemical recycling, it uses advanced technical processes that convert plastic material into smaller constituent molecules, which can then be used as feedstock to produce petrochemicals and plastics. Then is plastic for road construction. So this is another application of road or plastic waste. More than 1200 kilometers of plastic waste mixed roads in rural areas, they have been laid down by DRDO in Erode, Tamil Nadu. So there are different technologies which can be used for managing of the plastic waste. Now another very important scheme, especially with regard to the waste to energy component, is Gobardhan scheme. Now, as part of Swachh Bharat mission, the government launched Gobardhan, that is galvanizing organic bioresources Dhan scheme in February 2018. This initiative of Ministry of Drinking Water and Sanitation, it aimed to support biodegradable waste recovery and conversion of waste into resources. And this scheme aims to support creation of clean village, which is objective of Swachh Bharat mission, and provide economic and resource benefits to the farmers as well as households. So this Gobardhan scheme is an important step with regard to production of biodegradable waste resources. Now let's move forward and talk about knowledge management through digital technologies. So technology can play a key role in knowledge management as well, and it is basically a process of leveraging collective knowledge in a particular domain or institution or organization. So this is basically about knowledge management, and it traditionally includes four processes, which include knowledge creation, that is bringing together new knowledge useful to solve problems or making decisions in the future. Knowledge storage and retrieval. So after we have created the knowledge, we need to store and we need to make sure that it can be properly retrieved whenever required. So this is basically the process of storing the knowledge for later access. Then is knowledge transfer. Now to deliver the new knowledge to the target group from time to time, this is referred to as the knowledge transfer. Next is knowledge application, which means to gain benefit from the knowledge by solving problems with the help of the knowledge acquired by the community. So this basically is about the knowledge management, and this is being greatly helped in by the science and technology use in the this particular knowledge management domain. So if you talk about the digital technologies which are revolutionizing the knowledge management, then the traditional knowledge management like the classroom teaching and the distance mode programs, which resulted in the knowledge push but had less productivity or interactivity. So there were these earlier programs which were in the form of traditional knowledge management systems in which the classes were being taken or the work was being done through distance mode programs. Now it has been said that this is less interactive, and these systems, they were more process centric rather than people centric. However, due to the affordability of internet and mobile phones in rural India, there is a paradigm shift in reaching out information and knowledge to the rural communities. So more and more rural communities, they are increasingly getting access to more and more knowledge. So if you talk about the different digital technologies which are revolutionizing the knowledge management system, so they include, the first one is a web portal. So this is basically a powerful knowledge management tool, and it is designed like a single access point to information collected from diverse sources. So this portal, it will provide you different sorts of useful information, and examples of such portals, they include Vikaspedia, Indian Panchayat Knowledge Portal, etc. Now another important digital technology which is revolutionizing the knowledge management system is social media, which is a cost-effective tool for knowledge sharing. So if you want to share any knowledge, you can simply share it on the different social media platforms. So the rural development process, it demands continuous interaction among multiple stakeholders, and the social media, it provides such a platform for such interactions with the multiple stakeholders. Next is smartphones. Now smartphones, they are basically a dynamic powerhouse of knowledge. So smartphones, they are handy and they facilitate content creation. So the smartphones, they help in storing, accessing and sharing the information anytime and anywhere. So if you are having smartphones, you can share, store, you can access information anytime, anywhere. And besides the voice calls, the smartphones, they support other useful services like messaging, internet-based data services, apps, etc. And all these services, they make the community connected and knowledge empowered. So when the community is using the smartphones, they can get themselves more and more latest sort of knowledge, and this will make them connected and feel and give them a feeling of being empowered. Next is expert system. Now expert system is basically a software application. So it is a virtual expert tool which provides solution for the common problems. So it attempts to reproduce the performance of an expert in particular domain. So with this particular expert system, the knowledge of the expert is tried to be put in a particular application, and this particular knowledge of the expert is then used in different areas by the different persons. Next is e-learning. So e-learning is very simple. It is basically a sort of a solution for large scale capacity building, and it plays a major part in knowledge sharing and application. So when basically you can share your knowledge electronically, you have a very wide audience and you can basically share this knowledge through different sorts of online means. Like you can launch online courses, you can set up remote classrooms, you can use the video conferencing, etc. for the purpose of e-learning. And some popular massive online open courses such as SwimNow, Coursera, Khan Academy are the latest trends in knowledge dissemination using the e-learning platforms. Next is community radio. Now, community radio is basically a broadcasting system which is established by the efforts of a specific community, and it is operated by them for the purpose of a community's welfare. So the rural community radio stations, they focus on creating awareness, they focus on providing knowledge, and they focus on providing different sorts of solutions to different community development problems. So community radios, they can help in this regard. Now let's move forward and talk about the use of information and communication technologies in the field of education. Now the primary focus of educational technology in education, it remains the learning. Now, the central concern is to improve the quality of education and ensure the joy of learning. So we have to make sure that the use of IT tools, they inculcate the joy in the learning process, and at the same time it increases the quality of the learning process. So the educational technology, it should aim to make learning constructive, critical, inclusive, and collaborative. Now, if we take a look at the different digital initiatives at the national level for the purpose of using ICTs in the education, then one of the very important ones is ePathshala. Now, ePathshala, this was launched by the Government of India in 2015. It is a joint initiative of the Ministry of HRD and the NCERT. This ePathshala portal, it has all the textbooks of NCERT in the digital original format so that the students, they can easily access them. Next is NROER, that is National Repository of Open Educational Resources. Now this is basically a storehouse of all the types of e-contents which are arranged thematically and mapped according to the NCERT curriculum. So you can have open access to educational resources through this particular platform. Next is SwayamPrabha. Now SwayamPrabha is an initiative to telecast high quality educational programs on a bouquet of channels on 24/7 basis using GSAT 15 satellite. So this basically aims to provide the educational channels through the use of GSAT 15 satellite, and the content is provided by the different institutions like NPTEL, IITs, UGC, NCERT, and IGNOU. Now another related initiative is SWAYAM. Now SWAYAM stands for Study Webs of Active Learning for Young Aspiring Minds. Now this SwayAM is a digital platform which hosts several courses by the best teachers of the universities, colleges, and teachers. So it is basically a massive open platform which provides courses free of cost. So it provides different sorts of lectures, it provides a self-assessment test and online discussion forums. Next is Shagun Portal. Now Shagun, it stands for Shala and Gunvata, that is school and quality. So this portal, it was launched by the Ministry of Human Resources Development to monitor the progress of Sarv Shiksha Abhiyan. Now it is planned to make the portal in a repository of best practices, innovations, success stories and resources which are available in the states or the union territories. Similarly, Shala Darpan, so this was about Shagun, and Shala Darpan is another e-government platform for all the Kendriya Vidyalaya government schools to improve the quality of learning, efficiency, governance and service delivery. Now let's talk about the use of digital technology in financial inclusion. Now financial inclusion is the way the governments strive to take the common man into the formal channel of the economy. And the objective is to ensure that everyone benefits from the economic growth. So this financial inclusion, it includes banking services, other financial products such as insurance, equity and pension products. Now, if we take a look at the different steps which have been taken by the government for the purpose of promoting the digital technologies. The most crucial of the several steps taken by the government is JAM Trinity, that is Jan Dhan, Aadhaar and mobile number. Also, National Mission on Financial Inclusion, named as Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana, was launched to increase the penetration of the banking services. Effective use of technology is inevitable to achieve deep penetration of banking services. Further, banking ecosystem operating on core banking mode and ability of the National Payments Corporation of India to scale up issue of debit cards has enabled effective implementation of Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana. So these are the different initiatives which have been basically taken up by the government for the purpose of promoting digital technologies in the country. So these are very simple and very easy to read. And if you talk about the different steps which have been taken by RBI, that is Reserve Bank of India, in promoting the use of digital technologies, then the RBI has allowed non-bank entities to open ATMs called the white label ATMs. So these white label ATMs are the ones which are set up by the non-bank entities. So these have been set up to expand the network of the ATMs in the country. Further, RBI has started business correspondent model in 2006. So business correspondents, they are basically representatives which are appointed by the banks to act as their agents, and they provide the services even in the remote locations where the banks may not have their presence. So if the bank is not having a presence in particular area, it can cover that particular area through the use of business correspondents. The two major technological components involved in the business correspondent model, they include handheld offline device through which the financial services are offered, and the smart card to the customers which records the each transaction. Now some other steps of by RBI, they include Rupee Kisan cards, which have been basically launched by NABARD, and this is propelling the cashless transaction among the farming community. Further, payment banks, they are the new model of banking to provide the services to the underdeserved and unserved community of the country. And payment banks, they are also one of the recent measures which have been taken for promoting the use of digital technologies. So this was all about our discussion. Now let's take a look at some of the important MCQs which can be framed out of this particular magazine. So let's start with the first question. Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana Grameen was launched to achieve housing for all by, options are 2018, 2022, 2020, or none of the above. So we have discussed about how the technology is being used to improve the Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana Grameen, and its objective is to achieve the housing for all by 2022. So the answer to this is going to be option number C. Next question. Rural Housing Knowledge Network has been started in collaboration with, options are IIT Delhi, NIT Kurukshetra, IISc Bangalore, or none of the above. So we have discussed about the Rural Housing Knowledge Network, and we have seen that it has been started in collaboration with IIT Delhi. So here the answer is going to be option number A. Next question. A mobile application Dash has been developed which helps in collecting the necessary data for preparation of inventory of roads under the Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana. Options are Arambh, Swavlamban, Sadak Arohan, or none of the above. So we have discussed about how a mobile application titled Arambh, it has been developed for collecting the important data and maintaining the roads inventory under the Gram Sadak Yojana. So the answer is going to be option number A. Next question. Which of the following IT initiatives have been launched under MG Narega, that is Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Scheme? Options are GeoMG Narega, Jan MG Narega, National Electronic Fund Management System, or all of the above. So we have discussed about how the different IT tools, they are being used to improve the effectiveness of MG Narega, and in this regard we have seen that all of these IT initiatives have been introduced. So the answer is going to be option number D, that is all of the above. Next question. Which app delivers free weekly time appropriate 72 audio messages about pregnancy, childbirth and child care? Options are MCQ, Kilkari, Anmol, or none of the above. So we have discussed about all these apps, and within these particular apps we have discussed about how the Kilkari app is being used to deliver the important messages starting from the second trimester of pregnancy about the different important issues with regard to childbirth and child care. So the answer is going to be option number B. Next question. Which is true about Anmol application? Options are It stands for Auxiliary Nurse Midwife Online. It aims to improve the quality, timeliness and effectiveness of delivery of service to ensure better health care for women and children, both of the above or none of the above. So this question is about Anmol application, which we have discussed, and we have discussed how both of these they are true with regard to this application. So the answer is going to be option number C, both of the above. Next question. M cessation app aims at reaching out to those willing to quit. Options are tobacco, alcohol, junk food or none of the above. So this particular app has also been discussed by us, and we have seen that how this particular app it helps in reaching out to those who are willing to quit tobacco. So the answer is going to be option number A. Next question. MiraSpitle. Options are is an initiative by Ministry of Communications and IT, aims to capture that patient feedback for the services received at the hospital through user-friendly multiple channels, both of the above or none of the above. So we have seen that MiraSpitle is an initiative by Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. So first one is not going to be correct, and the only correct statement is going to be option number B. So this is going to be our correct answer. Next question. Which is incorrect regarding Krishi Vigyan Kendras? Options are concept of KVK was given by Dr. M.S. Swaminathan. First KVK was set up in Pondicherry during 1974 with financial support and able guidance of Indian Council of Agriculture Research. Meaning of KVK is Farm Science Center or none is incorrect. So we have discussed how all these statements they are true with regard to Krishi Vigyan Kendras. So here our answer is going to be option number D, none is incorrect. Next question. Dash refers to the system of raising crops without tilling the soil while retaining crop residues on the soil surface. Options are conservation agriculture, integrated farming systems, climate smart agriculture or none of the above. So this we have discussed and how this conservation agriculture it aims at the raising of crops without tilling the soil. So here the answer is going to be option number A. Next question. Which is the advantage of use of remote sensing system in agriculture? Options are land use pattern studies, soil moisture content estimation, forest or aspect estimation or all of the above. So this we have discussed the different advantages of remote sensing system in agriculture, and we have seen that all of these they are covered under the advantages. So the answer is going to be option number D. Next question. Which is not a thermal technology of waste to energy generation? So we have discussed about thermal and non-thermal technologies, and this question is basically based on that. Options are gasification, thermal depolymerization, pyrolysis, esterification. So we have discussed how the different thermal and non-thermal technologies are there, and we have discussed how the esterification is not a thermal technology. So our answer is going to be option number D. Next question. Which is the correct regarding the ePathshala app? It is a joint initiative of Ministry of Human Resources and NCERT. It has all the textbooks of NCERT in digital format. One only, two only, both 1 and 2 or none of the above. So this we have discussed how both these statements they are true with regard to the ePathshala app. So our answer is going to be option number C. Next question. Dash is an initiative to telecast high quality educational programs on a bouquet of channels on 24/7 basis using GSAT 15 satellite. Options are Swayam Prabha, Swayam, National Repository of Open Educational Resources or none of the above. So this we have discussed how Swayam Prabha is an one initiative which aims at telecasting high quality educational programs. So here our answer is going to be option number A. Next question. Dash was launched by the Ministry of Human Resource Development to monitor the progress of Sarv Shiksha Abhiyan. Options are ePathshala portal, Shagun Portal, Mira Vidyalaya portal, Vidya Mandir portal. So this we have discussed how Shagun Portal has been launched by Ministry of HRD and it aims to monitor the progress of Sarv Shiksha Abhiyan. So here our answer is going to be option number B. So guys, these are the answers. So this was all about our discussion on the Kurukshetra magazine of December 2018, which was based on the overall theme of science and technology. Thank you.